Good day, everyone. I'm Laura Brandao, the chair of NAMMBA's Visionary Program, and today we are joined by Michael Farris, the VP of Strategic Solutions at Origence, and he is going to share with us his how and his why. Michael, first off, let's hear, how did you come into the fintech space?
Well, Laura, I came in the fintech space about 15 years ago. I had the pleasure of meeting someone who has a bright mind in the industry, Chris Pearson, and she brought me into her company at the time, Digital Docs and Pearson and Patterson. Brought me in, and as a revolutionary mind, she taught me, a lot of things that needed to be done in the mortgage industry to make it more efficient, such as e-sign, things like that. And it really caught my attention, and noticing how, at that time, how the mortgage industry was behind in technology, and it gave me a drive to make it better, and also, give that, portray that to clients and make their processes better as they go through the mortgage process.
That's
Also,
awesome.
not
That's
not
awesome.
only,
And I was going to say 15 years ago, I mean, I'm thinking back, you're in subprime days, you're in very, the beginning of technology. Like you
yes,
were paper files, I mean, all of that. So yeah, go ahead, keep going.
the brads on each side of the folder. It's funny now with the LOS we have. Often refer sometimes the document management system as saying, "Hey, you remember the old file folders with the brads?" So maybe dates a little bit, but that's where we've come from that point. In the technology that we have, I feel like the mortgage industry stays behind a little bit, needs to catch up a little bit. I'll use eSign again, for example. I mean, we've been doing that at the grocery store for how long. So why can't we do that moving forward? The automation and systems. Why do we still have these manual processes in place where so much is done for us by the computers now and systems? So it excites me to make the process faster, not only for the mortgage companies to make their process more efficient, to get the loan closed quicker, but that also makes the borrower a happier borrower on the front end, doing their application online. New age, they're used to doing stuff online. Amazon changed the game with that. They want to see their loan application done and processed and approved quicker now because they're so used to having their prime delivered in 2 days.
Absolutely. Okay, so that leads me to the next question. So we understand how you came in. Why was it important for you to be part of the NAMMBA Visionary Ambassador Program?
Laura, I think, it goes back to when I joined the industry. I think you still see a lot of same faces in the industry. I don't think it has, really become a diverse industry yet. And it's a wonderful industry. But again, I think I've told you once before, Laura, I don't think a lot of people go to college coming out saying, "Hey, I want to be in the mortgage industry." That's just not something that comes about. So I think it's being a visionary is going to give the availability for college students to see this great industry that we're in, not only from the origination side, from the fintech side, but it has so many assets in the business that incorporates residential mortgage lending. And I think that's one of my biggest points. I think our industry needs be a little bit more diverse than what it is right now as well. We're a diverse society, and I think we should represent that on the home buying side as well. I think by getting more diversity within, you get more ideas from different cultures, different ideas, and I think that just makes us better as an industry. So that is the biggest point while I've joined. I think Tony has done a great job on his vision, not to use the word again, but his vision in creating this to make sure we do have a diverse workforce out there, whether it's the fintech, whether it's the originators, et cetera. But he had a vision, and I think, with the other visionaries involved with this, I think we can make a difference in the industry together.
Oh, I absolutely know we can make a difference. And you've touched on some really important points there. One, you're correct. Nobody went to college saying I intend on going into the mortgage industry. And a lot of college age students have these preconceived notions that the mortgage industry is just being a loan officer, right? Or it's just being on the operations side. But that's why I love meeting different people, because it could be everything from I want to be in accounting, or I want to be in secondary, or I want to be in fintech, or I want to work at an appraisal AMC company. There's so much opportunity for this next generation. And you're correct. As you're working with these families that ultimately we make a difference in all of their lives, our industry has to reflect those communities that we are serving. And that's where that diversity component comes in. So absolutely, kudos to Tony Thompson and NAMMBA for putting this vision out there for all of us to be able to be part of. All right, so Michael, thank you so much for sharing. Before we let you go, tell us about Origence.
So a little bit about Origence, a full mortgage lending platform from POS to LOS. One of the newer architected mortgage platforms out there, started in 2010, architecting the program. New into the industry, launched last summer into the industry right around the digital mortgage and MBA time. So, we're excited to bring, some of the things I mentioned earlier on fintech, some of the automation to the LOS process. I know there was a POS boom that I talked about, but also, having the same system of record for a POS and LOS is very helpful. So we bring that to the table, as well as the automation and the system admin capabilities we give to people as lenders, letting them define their workflows as they want to do as a business, not fitting into our workflows. So I think we have a great opportunity in a time where, there haven't been many LOSs and POSs, full mortgage lending platforms, released in the past decade. And I think we have a great opportunity to help lenders with their automation. Because again, as quick as you can get an application from a borrower these days, why does it still take 30 days to close it? And I think a lot of the stuff we did was focus on the back end, on some automation we could improve on the back end fulfillment side to lower that number.
Awesome. Well, that's very exciting. We wish you all the best. Thank you so much for being part of the Visionary Ambassador team, and have a good one.
Thank you, Laura.